Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Rocha, Chodash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder apostle, Aharawan, Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp, here in Florida. Shalom to the sincere Akim, pushing this truth in sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Harab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala, here in Jacksonville, Florida. And today I'll be coming on a lesson. The title of this lesson is Don't Sell Out to Ishaw. Because as you know, this devil, he has many ways, he has many tricks, many devices that he uses to get our people to sell out. And for 2/3 of our people, they fall for it hook, line, and sinker on dry land every time, all the time. Because see, they want a piece of the pie. They want Esau's dainties, and there is a recompense for, we'll say, taking Ishaw's dainties. You know, it's going to cost them pretty much their soul, especially when the hour of temptation comes, and we know what that is. Only the elect are going to be kept from that. But still, the title of this lesson is Don't Sell Out to Ishaw. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Salakia. Okay, this is Proverbs 23. I'm gonna just start right at my point. It says, Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. So we are not to be desirous of Ishaw's dainties. We are not to be desirous of anything that Ishaw, or we'll say the border of wickedness, the tabernacles of Adawam, can offer. We are not to be desirous of his dainties. Why? Because they're the deceitful meat, meaning it's destructive at the back end. You know, it's going to cause your fall. So you can't be desirous of this devil's meat or meats or riches or whatever it is that this devil offers. Why? Because there's always a clause and there is always a catch. And more than likely, it always separates you from Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. It always separates you from the spirit of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. It separates you from righteousness. It separates you from holiness and godliness. It separates you from being upright in the eyes of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Let's continue. I'm going to jump down to verse 6. It says, Eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither, again, desire thou his dainty meats. So we are not to eat the bread of him that hath an evil eye. We know Ishaw has an evil eye. And his eye is evil towards who? Yashar Allah. And again, the Lord tells us what? Not to be desirous of his dainties, his dainty meats. Be not desirous of what this devil can offer, because, or what Ishaw can offer, because guess what? It's going to destroy you if you take it into yourself. If you take the, we'll say, for like Elder Apostle Hart says, if you take the bag, you know, take what this devil is offering, guess what's going to happen? You die spiritually. You lose the wisdom. You lose the knowledge. You lose the understanding of Yahweh Shai. If you sell out to this devil, you lose, again, you lose Yahweh Shai. You lose the spirit. You lose the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding of his scriptures. You lose your sweet words. You lose all of these things. So don't sell out to Ishaw. Again, verse 6, Eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. So when it comes down to it, this devil can't be trusted. He'll tell you to come on, have some more. He'll be like, oh yeah, I can give you this. I can do this for you. I can do this, that, and the third. But guess what? He don't mean it. He doesn't mean it in the fact of you really gaining and moving forward in a positive manner. Nah. Why? Because this devil, his heart is not with you. And what he really think is, I give them this, I give them that. Eventually, they'll walk away from the Lord. If this, that, and the third, the fourth, and the fifth. Look at, because why? Because every time this devil presents something, Jake sell out. So he think that all Yasha Allah is like that, but it's not like that when it comes down to the elect. When it comes down to the remnant of Yasha Allah that turn back to Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, in truth and sincerity, and in humbleness, mind, body, and soul. And see, that's the thing. That's who Ishaw wants. He wants the elect. But that's not going to happen. The Lord ain't finna even allow that. He got 2/3. It's like it. But this devil just isn't satisfied. So again, verse 7, it says, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. So don't sell out to Ishaw ever. Because it ain't going to help you. It's going to destroy you. It's actually detrimental. You don't think so? Verse 8, the morsel which thou hast eaten shalt thou vomit up and lose thy sweet words. So if you sell out to this devil, if you sell out to Ishaw, Adawam, you give in, you're going to lose what? You're going to, the morsel, which you would say that morsel, we'll say that which is the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, the spirit. That morsel that you have eaten, you're going to vomit it up, and you're going to lose what? Your sweet words. Even though it's talking here, actually, I mean, he's just thinking like you're going to eat so much that you'll throw up, you know. But I'm using it in the sense of the morsel, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai that you have taken on, that you've been eating. You've been eating this roll, digesting. You sell out to this devil, that morsel that you have eaten, you're going to vomit up, meaning you're going to lose the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. You're going to lose all of that. You're going to lose the spirit. You're going to lose everything. And to lose Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is versus riches in this world, and what Ishaw is offering, which is riches, but strings attached. Eventually, you have to do immoral, iniquitous things. Ultimately, you have to deny Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. You sell out to this devil, that's what you got to deal with. And if you take that deal, guess what? You're going to lose your sweet words. That morsel, this truth that you're going to lose all of it. Selling out to this devil. So don't sell out to Ishaw. Let's continue. Let me see. All right, last point. Let's go to again. It's in Sirach as well. Let's go to Sirach. How it tells you. Sirach, what this is. Sirach 37. And let me see. I'm gonna just start at my point, which is verse 29. And it says here, oh wait, let me make sure. Verse 29, this is my point. And I mean, this is Sirach 37 and 29. It says, be not insatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meat. So we ought to put a limiter on ourselves. The Lord says, what? Don't be insatiable. Something insatiable means you can't be satisfied. You just want, the want of greediness. Lord tells us not to be unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. Don't just feel like you just have to have everything or just go at everything, because eventually you'll lose it. Don't be unsatiable. Use the, what it says, use the world but not abuse it. We're in this system, but we're not of this system. Yes, we work. We have money to do what we need to do to pay for stuff because we're under tribute. Meaning bills, car notes, mortgages, rent, property taxes, all of that. But put a limit on yourself, because a lot of our people, they don't have a limit. Well, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. But the Lord tells you, don't be unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. And I'm just using this as this to say, put a limit on yourself. Go back to Proverbs. What that was. Let me go back to it real quick. I don't even want to mess it up. Proverbs what? Let me find it. Go back to it real fast. Not real fast, take it. Salakia. Proverbs 23. Back at verse 8. Don't be unsatiable. It says here, eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire his dainty meats. And Love tells you here, be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. So you got to put a limit on yourself. And what I was referring to is when Proverbs 23 verse 1. It says, when thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee. Verse 2, and put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. So basically put a limit on yourself. Pump your brakes. When it's off, like, nah, I'm good on that. I understand, but I'm good. And then on top of that, never trust thine enemy, because like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And that's how this devil gets down. So we got to be careful, and we got to pay attention. Be circumspect. So I says, don't be insatiable. Be circumspect. Last point, verse 30. For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. So excess meat bringeth sickness. You taking on everything. You take this devil's offer, guess what happens? You become sick spiritually. And what happens? You vomit. And what you vomit up is not the riches that this devil offered. It's the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's the wisdom. It's the knowledge. It's the understanding. The spirit of truth and prophecy. That's what you vomit up. But of course, here it is talking about just eating excess, because you could become sick. And surfeiting, if you do it all the time, gluttony, guess what? Eventually, there's going to come a time to where you're going to what? It's going to turn into choler, meaning you will vomit. And again, most of our people, they desire this devil's dainties. So what happens? They do whatever it takes, and they do whatever they're willing to do to get those dainties, to get this whatever the devil is offering. And guess what? They get these things and they get up high. Then next thing you know, their conscience kick in. Now all of a sudden they wish they wouldn't have did what they did. Now they're looking for a way out, but now it's too late, because they done got so far from the Lord. They might as well just stay on the path they own. Same thing with a man of the Lord that knew this truth and he walk away. It's pretty much impossible for that man to come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Can it happen? Yeah, it can happen if the Lord want it to happen. But yeah, don't sell out to Ishaw. That was just the title of this lesson. Just be careful. Because, the things and the times that we're coming to, It's gonna be a testing. You already know what Revelation 16 is. You know what that is. We know what that is. When that come out. It's like in that Revelation 16, Revelation 13. When this devil's gonna come and cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive, we'll say, the oath in their right hand or in their forehead, so that you can't buy, sell, or trade, or do any business, or survive, get what you need, unless you had the oath put in your body. And a lot of our people, because they're desirous of this devil's dainties, they're going to take it. And guess what? It's going to be to their detriment. So, don't sell out to Ishaw. Shalom.